right, so today we're doing something a little different. I'll get to that in a second. You can kind of see in the background there, but a quick update on the other cars. So we have the turbo sedan. If you remember, I just drove this thing in the last video. So the current status is actually looking here, the starter died. So had to rip everything off again, intake manifold. Gonna replace the starter. And also the tuner, the guy that's tuning this thing, he went on vacation. Once he gets back at the end of the month, he'll do some more adjustments to this thing, and the starter died anyway, so I gotta swap that out and then we can go from there. As for the SR20 car behind me, I think this is the car that's most likely to hit the next event, so I'm actually gonna button up a few things on this. So the engine and drivetrain stuff is pretty much good to go. I need to fix the throttle pedal mount there. I got a new one. Probably make a little plate for the shifter here. Oh, that's not that important. And once the pedals and stuff are on, book the dyno tune for the SR, and this thing is pretty much good to go. Been sitting on the side for a bit while I was working on other cars, and not really rushed for this car. I kind of want to do it right the first time instead of rushing things. So yeah, all right, and for today's video we are going to be doing a full turbo back exhaust on this car right here. So this is a M52 turbo in an E30. It's originally a 325, I believe, and he wants me to do a full 3-inch turbo back. So if you remember, we went with the Flowmaster on this car, and I'm gonna throw another one here. Should sound the same, pretty nice tone. I'm gonna go ahead and pull all of the old exhaust stuff out, and then I'll see what we're working with. I haven't really done much E30 exhausts, but it looks like there's even more room than the E36s for whatever reason, especially on the downpipe here. So it's gonna be a quick job, I think. So yeah, I'm gonna start ripping this stuff apart, pop the exhaust off, get her up on the lift, and I will continue from there. So before we start taking it off, actually I want to get a before and after, a couple small revs, see what it sounds like, and then once we finish putting all the new stuff on, we'll do a little comparison video. Alright, yeah, not a bad tone on this thing. Didn't rev it too hard. It is warmed up, but I don't think it's tuned yet, so I don't want to rev it that high, but yeah. Pretty sure it's straight pipe. It sounded like it. Here's the current setup. It's actually not a straight pipe. It's got this little tiny muffler thing here that doesn't do anything. But yeah, we got this. This notch here, which is interesting. I think that's a res, our flex pipe, and then up to the downpipe there. So yeah, not a bad job. So we'll just do like a, and then the wastegate dump, you can see it right there. So yeah, we'll probably extend that to go down to here, and then yeah, so like 290s sort of, and then we'll do a straight. We'll put that muffler somewhere around here, and then we'll do a straight back, and we'll do like a V-band, so that way if we want to add something else to the rear section, we can just unbolt and modify that. So yeah, shouldn't be too hard of a job here. Yeah, as you can see, it's pretty much, you can almost go straight, just like the E36, so no big issues. Okay, so I'm just gonna pop this exhaust off quickly, and then we'll get started up top on the downpipe. took the muffler out of the box, and it's actually not the same one we used before with the 3 in and out. It's a dual 2.5, so I gotta grab some 2.5 inch for the rear section, and then we'll do some twin pipes on the back here. Yeah, let's get started on this first section, and then we'll start working our way down and to the back. So we got the first section of the down pipe complete. This is kind of the 90 part that goes down towards the bottom of the car. So as you can see, we got the V-band and this small adjustment section in the middle. Just threw a single pie cut in there. Here's a quick above shot. So you can see plenty of clearance on this side, plenty of clearance here. We just go around this little notch here on the frame. So we're good to do a straight section and then just a 90. So I'm gonna quickly tack that up. We'll get it out to here, and then we'll just plan the rest of this. It should just be a straight shot. We're gonna use this factory hanger underneath it. And then, yeah, maybe like a couple of minor tweaks and bends, and then we'll get to the back. And throw that muffler in there somewhere, and then I'll have to grab some 2.5 inch to make the dual section from like, either from back here to here, or from back there to there. So I'll see when I get there, but gonna quickly make that rest of that down pipe. We'll throw a flex and a V-band around here in this area, and then we'll just do a couple straight shots to back there. All right, here it is, finished product, completed down pipe. So yeah, gonna finish letting this cool down, throw it back in the car. All right, so not sure where I left off, but here is the current progress on the exhaust. As you can see, I'm starting to mock up the muffler and the rear section here. Center section's pretty much done. Just gotta weld up this hanger. And I got these zip ties just holding it up for now in the correct place. So as you can see, it's pretty much a straight shot, or it is a straight shot from this flex pipe here. I've got her up as high as it can go. So hopefully it doesn't scrape or anything, but as you can see, it goes straight up until this point where we're kicking up to the exhaust or the muffler. So I'm just gonna do one more upward section and get it in there. And then obviously this muffler, it's not gonna sit like that, and it's not gonna come straight out. I'm gonna actually bring it the two closer together and then have a straight twin pipe back here. So I'm gonna finish tack welding this section together and get the muffler kind of mocked up. Probably tack weld the hangers there, and I'm going to do one up here, and then we'll start working on finishing this rear section and buttoning up all these welds here, because it's just mostly tack welded for now. So weld it all up, and then I'll continue from there once you have the muffler and the exhaust kind of in its final location and hear what it sounds like. Okay, so we got the rest of the centerpiece all welded up. Hangers are in. These zip ties aren't holding anything. As you can see, we went from over here, a little kick up, and then into the muffler. Now we're working on the rear section. So as you can see, it's kind of split in the middle here. So I'm gonna bring them together, and then we'll angle the exhaust to go straight instead of sideways. And that should be it for this one. So I'm gonna quickly do that and fire it up after that. Got the tips all finished. So you can see, kind of, you know, kicks over here and then shoots out to the back, straight like that. So yeah, that's it for the exhaust. You can see it's not that crazy or intricate. It's pretty straightforward. So we have pretty much 290s, the V-band, a straight shot all the way up to the rear subframe. And then we kind of just shoot up a V-band here in this area, and then back up to a muffler, whatever muffler you want to use. So yeah, I guess that's it for the exhaust. There's a bit of a wider angle shot. So yeah, I actually ended up not using any of the factory exhaust hangers. They're just too loose, I guess. The exhaust kind of moves around too much, and with this exhaust being as tucked up as high as it is, any sort of, I guess, movement will cause it to hit stuff and then rattle around, and I don't want that. Yeah, so I'm gonna actually quickly throw in the wideband O2 bung up in the downpipe, and then once that's done, I'm gonna hook everything up and then we can fire it up. Got both the bungs in for the wideband and the O2 sensor from the ECU. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this thing back in the car. Hopefully this GoPro catches some sort of decent audio. We popped the coupler. Yeah, not making any boost. We popped the coupler right off the bat there. Gonna take it around back to the shop and see what came off. Some nice color now. Alright, so car's out of here. Took it back. Pretty happy with the exhaust. A lot quieter now. Yeah, so we had to end up tightening that coupler that came off in the last clip, and it seems to be holding fine now. Car sounds good. Rips. Yeah, so yeah, I guess that's it for this one. Leave a comment if you want to see something in specific for the next one. Gonna get back on the budget drift car build in the SR20 car behind me. Fortunately, the starter died as I was gonna street tune this car. So I got the manifold off again. I'm gonna replace that quickly and get back on that. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And I'll see you in the next one.